Hello, you guys. It is Jennipher coming through. I'm a Black Status presenter. For those of you guys that do not know me, my name is Jennipher Hagemeyer. I've been with the company for the last 9 years, and I have raised 6 children, currently 7 children, while running a business. So I wanted to come through with my biggest tips. I started the business when I was 5 months pregnant with my son, Shane. So trust me when I tell you, I know what it's like to have a newborn, to have small children, older children, and try to rock your business. So I'm going to give you my top tips and bullet points on how to do this. First is going to be incorporating your family, your kids, your husband, anybody and everybody into your business so that they feel like they are a part of it, so that there's not a resentment that builds when you do this thing, because this thing is something that's for yourself. It's maybe some of you guys the first time you're putting yourself first, and you might feel like you're being selfish or whatever the case might be. Here comes my other daughter. She wants to go see her father, so let me help her out the door. Perfect example. Okay, you want to go see Daddy? Go find Daddy. All right, incorporating the children. You guys, no excuses. I promise you, nobody's life is perfect. There's always things happening around you, beside you, in front of you, and I promise the show goes on so long as you make it a point to not have those excuses. So, and trust me, nobody's judging you. There are moms that are going to be watching you as you go through this journey, and they can relate, promise you that. So incorporate your kids, incorporate your hubbies. Some of us are not going to have support. We're not going to have a supportive spouse or partner, or children, or whatever the case might be, or even friends. So take that into consideration and try to incorporate them as much as possible so that they don't feel that resentment. Okay, number 2 is going to be time blocking, time management. They kind of go one and the same. So time blocking, you guys, is this is how I built my business. I promise you, time blocking is going to, it's going to be where you set aside focus time. And I like to go by this 20 minute time blocking. I'm going to set aside 20 minutes to do a video. I'm going to set aside 20 minutes to reach out to my customers. I'm going to set 20 minutes to create some content, 20 minutes to do some follow-ups, 20 minutes to shout out some team members. I do that throughout the day. You have to figure out how many 20-minute intervals you can get in a day, whether you combine them. Maybe you have an hour that you can set aside, but 20 minutes when you have small children seems to be kind of the magical number. You can get something done in 20 minutes efficiently for the most part, and if it's 30 minutes that you need, that's okay too. The point is to time block the allotted amount of time, figure out, perfect getting that task done within that time, and then walk away. You know, we're busy women. We have other things to do. But if every single day you hammer out a 20-minute something or other that pertains to making your business better, I promise you're going to grow that confidence. And 20 minutes is just going to be compounded every single day, and it's going to kind of feed into consistency, which is another bullet point. Actually, the next bullet point, consistency. You're going to hear this a lot, you guys, and being consistent in all of these bullet points, being consistent in your business, being consistent in your presence it's going to be, and it's your authentic presence. I'm going to put that in there as well, because your mom, a lot of times we're like, oh my God, my kids are like driving me nuts. You guys, that if that's your life, and that's your authentic life, then present it that way, because I promise your vibe is going to attract your tribe. You know, we're looking for people that you can relate to, that you can grow with. And if that's the season that you're in within your lifetime, then show up, honey. You know, show up. I nurse my babies, and sometimes it happens on a live. I cover up. And there was a time when I know I wouldn't have done anything like that. But get outside of your own way, and nobody's life is perfect, okay? There's always something happening. I cannot stress that enough. The things that have happened to me on lives are insane. So consistently showing up as your authentic self. And I will say, if you can't get to a live for whatever reason, I love stories, okay? Do not underestimate stories. You can start them, you can stop them, you can start them, you can stop them, you can do your skincare, you can step aside and take care of the kids, get them off to the school bus, come back in, and then finish your makeup throughout the stories. They're a great way. You can download the stories, you can add them to the reels, you can add them to your TikToks. You can utilize content numerous ways, you guys. So I will suggest that when you're creating these pockets of time where you're, busting out a live or some stories, save to camera roll, repurpose, and recreate with that same content, so that when you're time batching the next day and maybe you can't create the content, you can take the content from the day before and repurpose it, okay? So different pictures, different poses, backgrounds, outfits, same look, use it the next day, whatever day you don't have. So that's kind of like going into the next thing, which is planning the night ahead, the day before. Plan the night before what you're going to do the next day, so that you stay on track. You create a schedule, you have a routine, you know what you're going to be doing. You don't go into the scroll hole where we're just like scrolling forever and getting nothing done. Time blocking. You need to make sure that within that time you have some intent behind it. You have a plan behind it. You know what you're going to be doing throughout. Don't just be like, okay, 20 minutes right now, let's go. I have no idea what I'm going to do, and sit there for 15 minutes and just not do anything other than scroll. The night before, save the reels that you want to create. Okay, so 20 minutes, you're going to save content to recreate. It's taking you 20 minutes to go through some TikToks, save them, send them to yourself, text them to yourself, send them to yourself in messages so that you don't forget them. You can also save them in the app, but I always forget. So send them to yourself so that when you come to a 20-minute time blocking moment, you can just grab those and then recreate them. So have a plan. So we've got incorporating the family, time blocking, consistency, plan the night before. I'm kind of skipping around here. Asking for help. Okay, this is huge. Shout out to my sister, because it's so true. As women, we don't like to ask for help. We feel like we can do it all without anybody. And you know what? You can. I promise you that. You don't need the support. But at the end of the day, ask for help. Ask for help, you guys. As women, we have a lot of pride and we don't want to ask for help, but you deserve this, and you are worthy of accomplishing this and going after your goals and setting aside the time so that you get it done. So ask for help. Ask your hubby, ask your children. I know they might give you grief. Hey, can you watch the baby? Can you do dinner tonight? I'm focused on being consistent in my business. Okay, I promise if you present it like that, I'm being consistent in my business so that I can provide you with the results. I promise if you give me the time, I'll give you back. But we got to do this together. That's back to that incorporating your family and really making it a family business, you guys. So ask for help. Make them feel special. And ultimately, you show up. You got to show up for your business. This is your dream. This is your goal. And at the end, no excuses, you guys, because you'll never get there if you make excuses. And I always tell my team, where there's a will, there's a way. And if it's important to you, you'll find a way to do it. So I love you guys and good luck. I'm super excited.